Now, since its launch in July this year, the over-the-counter market of the National Association of Securities Dealers, NASD, has seen an increase in activities as more investors become increasingly aware of its benefits. The NASD OTC was set up to trade in currencies, bonds and securities not listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. For an update on the progress achieved so far, Bola Ajomale, CEO of the NASD OTC, joins me now in the studio for more. Thank you so much, Bola, for taking the time out to join us. Now, it appears the NASD OTC has made quite a remarkable progress since it was launched in July this year. Let's start from what has been your biggest achievement so far.
The largest achievements have been bringing in the some of the larger trading securities that have been trading off market in a black market for quite a number of years. An example is WAMCO, which before has always had an established market, but nobody has ever figured out what the price is. We've been able to bring that into the market, and that's been trading quite comfortably on the market since then. We're able to feed investors, potential investors and current investors in the company with information on the company's progress, what's happening, its corporate actions and so on, universally, which before now has always been piecemeal for the investors. So that's what we're bringing to the market, the kind of transparency that we're building in the market.
Now, I remember when you first came on board, there were quite a number of concerns, uncertainties about the workability of it, especially acceptance. But it appears investors and the market seem to have adjusted and are accepting, and we're looking at more interest there. What do you think was that turning point for the market?
I think it's funny enough, it came out of one company not really being clear on what the objectives of the market were, and asking for more information. And in the process, we realized that we needed to communicate the message very clearly, that this market is actually geared towards giving investors more liquidity and also giving them a lot more information about the securities they're holding. So once they realize that there's no company that has good corporate governance or has the interests of its investors in mind that wouldn't want its investors to be better informed about the company's progress. So all of them embraced it once they realized that we're actually helping them deliver value to their investors. Okay,
now in terms of total trades, what has been the value of the total trades at the market since July?
Total trades on the market, trading is quite slim. Trading started actually in August. We're in the 100 million range of Naira range at the moment. What we have seen is a lot of custodians and the larger stockbrokers coming in and loading up their securities, dematerializing first, and getting poised to trade. So we think there will actually be a flurry of trade activity in the next couple of days or weeks, I guess. In the meantime, people have gone and done tentative trades, convinced themselves that it works, assured themselves that the whole system flows as they'd want it to, and then they're getting poised for the bigger trades. So I think it would be all of a sudden that the trades really start. So far, we've got 8 companies that have been introduced to the system. We have another 6 that we're expecting in the next week and a half. By the end of the year, we probably will be having 25 companies.
So is that all in line with your expectations in terms of when you first started out your group
trajectory? It's slightly higher than what we expected. We thought as well we'd be trading with maybe like 30 to 40 stockbrokers. Right now we have 58 to 60 brokers who have registered on the system. So I think once it does get active, it would actually be quite substantial, quite phenomenal to see.
Okay, that's interesting, because I know the old NASD was also set up to compete with the Nigerian Stock Exchange. How is that going?
That's a misconception that,
really? Okay,
that we've been happy to address each time. Not to compete, we actually complement the activity of the exchange. You are either trading on a listed exchange or you're trading in a black market. Okay. But when there's an organized OTC, then you're either trading on a stock exchange or you're trading in an OTC market as opposed to being a black market. So we're actually complementing the stock exchange in that what tends to happen is you can establish a price for a security even if it is not listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. What it does as well is it allows investors have more confidence in the system that if I buy into these securities, I can sell down and get into another security. Now, cash is not sentimental where it is, it looks for returns. And so what we have done is we've established a system where investors can go into the Nigerian Stock Exchange, get off the exchange, and go into an OTC market quite easily.
Now, what's the big picture, and how close are you to it?
The biggest picture is West African markets. we're still, and the big picture happens maybe by year 3, year 4. We're still in the first couple of months of business, and so the big picture in the first 6 months of business is to establish the market, stabilize, get some stable companies that are recognized as being OTC securities, and also get some brokers recognized that these are OTC dealing firms. That's happening. By the end of the year, I believe that we'd have hit quite a few of our targets. I think the financial targets, it depends on which securities come in and how quickly.
Okay.
I'm hoping for the best on that one as well.